Hello students, today topic is care of a patient with a pain, or we can say pain management. Okay, in this class we're going to study regarding what is pain, what are the types of pain, and what are the types of modification, the pharmacological management, non-pharmacological management, and the nursing management. Okay, and how to measure the pain. Okay, these all things we're gonna study in this class. Okay, meanwhile you have to take down the notes. Okay, how you are convenient, whether you are pausing the video or meanwhile you are making your short notes. Okay, and this is the last topic in the therapeutic nursing care in the nursing foundation. Okay, sixth unit now. It's the last topic. Okay, let's start. What is pain? Yeah, what do you mean by pain? Pain is nothing but we have so many definitions. Okay, we have so many definitions. Based on your convenient, you can select any definition. So we all know pain is nothing but is unpleasant. Pleasant means having comfort. Unpleasant is the opposite word of a pleasant, isn't it? No, is a unpleasant sensory and emotional experience, isn't it? So pain is defined as an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience arising from the acute or potential tissue damage, or described like a damage, damage of a tissue, we can say. Once again, what is pain? Pain is nothing but is unpleasant sensory or emotional experiences arising from the actual or potential tissue damage. Okay, this is termed as a pain. You can say is an unpleasant subjective experience. Okay, subjective experience to the sensory stimuli. We can say like that. Okay, this is we call pain. And if we get pain, what are the characteristics may happen? What are the effects of pain to the body? Increased heart rate, isn't it? No, once we'll have pain means that increase the heartbeat. Also, we have during the pain we have the diaphoresis. Diaphoresis means what? Sweating, and also increased blood glucose level, isn't it? And the dilation of the pupils, decreased gastrointestinal motility, as well as increase the muscle tension, also increase respiratory rate. These are the effects of the pain or signs and symptoms of the pain. Okay. And what are the types of pain? We have two types of pain, acute pain and a chronic pain. Okay, acute pain means the duration of the pain is very less, like minutes to hour, like that we call acute pain. Chronic pain means it is may extend to the day, or it can extend to a month, or it can extend to a year. Now that we call chronic pain. Okay, now we'll see how to assess the pain. If we have the temperature, we are using instrument. Which instrument we are using to measure the temperature? Yes, thermometer, isn't it? No. So for recording the BP, what instrument we are using? Sigmomonometer, the BP operators, isn't it? No, like that. The same thing, to assess the pain also we have some instruments. Okay, like the so many operators are there. Also the checklist also there. Among that, we have one more instrument to assess the pain, that is visual analog scale, or short form we can say VAS numerical pain scale. Okay, so the first one is the visual analog scale. Now we'll see, so very simple. The pointer should be from 0 to 10. Clear? From 0 to 10 is a point. Now how to record this pain? You just sit with a patient and you say, now you are having pain, right? Can you score your pain intensity by giving some number? Then they will say, see, you can say for 10 to 0 to 10. If the patient say, sister or the brother, I'm gonna give a score like 5. Okay, the 5 coins. For example, otherwise you can say, I will give you 10 rupee. Okay, in among the 10 rupee, how much pain you have? They will see the 5 or like a 8. Based on this pain, they will score the number. Or we can say from 0 to 10, how much you have a pain, you can ask like that. If the patient score 0 to 4, you say like this, mild pain. If the pain say 0 to 1, you say no pain. But if the patient scores less than 5, we say mild pain. If the patient score 4 to 6 or exact 5, we can say it is a moderate pain. If the patient say more than 5, between the 10, we can say unbearable pain or severe pain. Clear? No? This is we call VAS scale or visual analog scale. Okay. This is for a adult we can use. Okay. Like for children, can we use this? Children does not know, isn't it? No. Then how will gonna measure for the children? Think. We have another more scales that we called Wong-Baker's Faces Pain Rating Scale. Okay. The children can say no, isn't it? No. Based on the face, the children can score, isn't it? No. So we can say otherwise, if the patient or if the baby unable to say, you can see the like a emoji only, no, emojis we are using in the WhatsApp and all, right? The same thing only. And by observing the babies or the children faces, you only score either 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 based on the face reaction, isn't it? No. If the patient score like a 0 to 1, no heart, like a smiley face. If it is little smile, we can consider that is hurts little bit. Like this, we can say hurts little more. 4 to 5 you can say. 6 to 7 like this, like a inverted lips, isn't it? No? Then we say hurts even more. Other like this, about to cry but no cry, then we'll say hurts whole lot. If the baby is crying, that we think is a hurts worst. This is we call Wong-Baker Faces, or we can say the pain rating scale. Clear? No? This is using for young children we can use. Now we'll see how to manage the pain. Okay, we have the 3 categories like pharmacological management, non-pharmacological management or interventions. Then the are very important. One more is a nursing management. We'll see that later. Okay. Pharmacological management means we are using pharmaco means what? Using some drugs. Non-pharmaco means without using medications, how to treat the patient. Okay. In the pharmacological, we have mainly 2 types, non-opioids and the opioid drugs. This is enough for you. Next year, you're going to study in the pharmacology what are the non-opioids and what are the opioids and all. But in the first year, this is enough for you. For the medications, we are using analgesic, we can say. Analgesic drugs we are using. In that, we are having the 2 types, non-opioids and the opioids. By using these drugs, we are treating the pain that we call pharmacological pain management. Now we'll see what are the non-pharmacological management. Okay. What do you mean by non-pharmacological management? Without using medications, we are treating the pain, isn't it? Now we have so many types. What are those? Heat application. First one is we are applying the heat. We are relieving the pain, that we call heat application. Then cryotherapy, or we can say cold application. Cold packs. We have studied what are the cold packs and all, how to use, isn't it? So applying the cold application also we can treat the pain. Also massage therapy, oil massage, body massage. We are doing massage to the affected area where the patient complaining the pain. In that part, we have to do some, massage, that we call massage therapy. Then the physical therapy means what? Exercises. Doing some exercises. We can say the physiotherapy also. Next one is transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. TENS. Means we are using some, here we are using the electricity we are using. Okay, applying some electrodes on the affected part that is attached to the battery. Okay, applying some electrical waves to the affected area, we are treating the pain. That technique we are pronounce the technique we called TENS therapy. Okay, transcutaneous means applying to the skin. What are those? That is electrical nerve stimulation. Using electricity, we are doing nerve stimulation that we call TENS. Clear, no? Next one is spinal cord stimulation. Same thing, only applying for the spinal cord stimulations. Okay, aromatherapy means fragrance. Some for in the room, no, the patient is complaining some pain. Some of the patient can treat it the aromatherapy, some jasmine, some rose, some pleasant smell. By applying those, that we can divert the mind of the patient. We are diverting the mind of the patient away from the pain, that we call aromatherapy. Okay, then guided imaginary therapy, these are the psychological therapy. Okay, then laughter therapy, music therapy to divert the mind. This is all the diversion therapy, we can say aromatherapy, laughter therapy, music therapy, self hypnosis. This all we can say the diversion therapy. Okay, biofeedback therapy, giving some awake the patient to solve his own problem. Okay, what are the management? The patient only let the patient knows. Stimulate the patient to find his problem and manage with that. This all the psychological therapies. Okay, biofeedback, guided imaginary therapy, these are the psychological therapy. Then last one is the acupuncture. Acupuncture is nothing but giving the pressure on the acupoints on the body, that going to be release some endorphin in the body. Okay, that's going to be release some hormones. Through that we can treat the pain, that we call acupuncture. These are the non-pharmacological management of the pain. Now we'll see what are the nursing management. Is a very important. We'll see nursing management now. What are the nurses management? First one is the assessment, isn't it? No, assessment of the pain. So assessment of the pain, that includes for the nursing subjective and the objective, collecting of a subjective data and as well as the objective data. What do you mean by subjective data? We are taking the history from the patient. This we call subjective data. Through the observation, what you are watching some signs and symptoms from the patient, that we call objective data, isn't it? No. Okay, in the subjective data, we have a pain history. While talking pain history, nurse must provide an opportunity for the clients to express in their own words how they view it and their situation. This will help nurses to understand means of pain to the client and how the client is coping with it. Isn't it? No? This we call pain history. Where to collect the pain history, like how you feel. Okay, then by the patient own words, we are taking the history. This is very important. Like history regarding onset and duration of the occurrence. For example, you should ask the patient, when did pain begin? Morning, evening or night. Then also, how long has it lasted, whether it's acute pain or the chronic pain. If the pain will come, it does stay sustained up to 5 minutes or 10 minutes or prolonged whole day, like that you should ask. Then also, does it occur at the same time each day? I will ask, today you will have the pain like a night, whether the next day also you have the pain at night or morning, like that you should ask. Okay, then how often does it occur? Per day, it will occur like twice or thrice. You should ask all these histories while you are collecting the history. Understood? Also, you had to collect the history about location, like in which area it is felt, an abdomen or in your head, on the in your leg or hand, like that. Do the area differ under the different circumstance? Whether if you have the pain in the finger, that's going to be radiated to the arm, like that you should ask. Okay, also if several parts of the body are painful, do pain occur simultaneously? Automatically it will happen or what? Like that you should ask. Then also you ask, is pain unilateral or bilateral? What do you mean by unilateral? Unilateral means one side of the part, either left hand or either right hand. Either both hand will happen or what? This we call bilateral. One side of the part affected the pain, this we call unilateral. Both side of the part, both side of the body, if the patient feel pain, that we say bilateral. Ask the individual to the point side of a discomfort, where the patient feel discomfort in the body. This all the location. This also we have to collect. And also one more thing is important, that is we have to ask intensity. Okay, use of a pain intensity scale is an easy and reliable method for determining the client's pain intensity, isn't it? No, visual analog scale, descriptive scale, then the numerological scale. They will say mild pain, moderate pain, severe pain, hectic pain, deadly pain, isn't it? No, the most scales are either 0 to 5 or 0 to 10 only, isn't it? No, but now we are daily using the currently used scales are numerical scale. We can tell the patient to score 0 to 10. Descriptive scale, just the patient have to give some description how the pain is. Okay, there's going to be writing some of the words that are called descriptive, and we all know visual analog scale, isn't it? No, these are the measuring of intensity. This also history we have to collect. Now we'll see what are the objective assessment. What do you mean by objective? Through the observation, as a nurse, we are recording the patient's pain, that we call objective assessment, isn't it? No, through the behavioral effect. Through the observation of the behavior of the patient, we can understand the patient pain, isn't it? No, so assess the verbalization, the oral response, the face and the body movement and the social interaction. If the patient have the pain, what about his verbalization? It's very less. The patient does not speak properly, isn't it? No, vocal response like crying, the facial and the body movement, it is very discomfort. And a social interaction, no interaction. The patient is going to be added to the bed, isn't it? No, through this observation, we can record the pain, right? Also, the facial expression is often the first indication of the pain and maybe only one manifestation, isn't it? No, through the facial expression, we are observing that ogre scale, right? Is emojis, the smiley faces. Through that also we can record the pain. Also, vocalization like the moaning or the groaning, crying, grunting. Sometimes the babies are screaming are associated with the pain, isn't it? No, these are the objective data, objective assessment. Also, we had to ask the patient some of the questions like what is a pattern, where is the area, also intensity and also the nature. The pattern means when there's an onset and the how much duration. Okay, is the acute pain or the chronic pain. Then area, where is the area, where is the location of the pain. Also the level, intensity, isn't it? Mild, moderate and severe. Also some nature, whether there is a pinching pain, grunting pain, squeezing pain, like that we have to ask the nature of the pain. Okay. See, this is some of the nursing diagnosis. After the nursing assessment, we are going to the second step of our nursing management, that is nursing diagnosis. We can frame the nursing diagnosis for the pain, that is ineffective airway clearance, okay, related to chest pain, we can say. Otherwise, we can say some anxiety related to past experience of the poor control of the pain. We can say altered or impaired health maintenance related to chronic pain, or we can say chronic pain related to ineffective airway clearance. Okay, acute pain related to fracture. Okay, understood what I'm telling? See, we can we can say, but always for the pain, you say the nursing diagnosis is a pain only. Just I will give you some extra information here, but always you are starting the nursing diagnosis, write the pain first. Okay, acute pain related to fracture, understood? No, and pain related to airway blockage, like that. Also for all the diagnosis we are writing the knowledge deficit related to pain, self-care deficit related to pain or disease condition. This all we can write nursing diagnosis, understood? Okay. Next, we'll see what are the nursing interventions. Use the pain assessment scale to identify the intensity of the pain. Assess and record the pain and its characteristics, like as I told before, the conditions, the quality, the frequency and the duration. Also, administer the analgesic as per prescribed by the doctor. Okay, and document the severity of the pain on the chart. Okay, then identify and encourage the patient to use some strategies that have been successful with the previous pain. Okay, do some mind diversional therapy, do some massage, provide a comfortable position. give some hot water to drink, hot applications, cold applications, everything we can use, non-pharmacological method also. And also eliminate the factors that increases the pain experienced. Okay, if the patient have some silence, if the bed silence making the pain, then release the silence of the patient. That is what we have to eliminate the factors that increases the pain, isn't it? Also teach the use of a non-pharmacological therapy techniques. Clear, no? This all the interventions for the pain. Okay, have a summary. What is pain? Pain is nothing but unpleasant sensory or psychological emotion to the particular stimuli, isn't it? No, that we call pain. And we have two types of pain: acute pain and chronic pain. And we have how to, and what are the signs and symptoms of the pain, or what are the effects of a pain. Like, the patient has some grimace face, diaphorosis, discomfort, decreased GI motility, muscle spasm, muscle relaxation, isn't it? No, these are the signs and symptoms of the pain. Then how to assess the pain? Using the visual analog scale, isn't it? No, and a numerological scale, descriptive scale, all those things we are using for assessment. And then also, what are the management of the pain? We have three types of management: pharmacological, non-pharmacological, and the nursing management. Pharmacological management, we are using some medications. Non-pharmacological management, we are using the diversional therapy, music therapy, acupuncture, isn't it? No, hot and cold applications, exercises. Right, these are the non-pharmacological method. And in the nursing management, we had to collect the subjective data, objective data, frame the nursing diagnosis, and you had to give the interventions. Isn't it? No, same thing only we have to do. These, at this, we are finishing the 6th unit in the nursing foundation. Okay, and next class, we're going to be discussed regarding some more units. Okay, only one unit is pending. We are going to be finished as soon, but your responsibility is you have to be study hard. Clear, no? And write the notes properly and send it in the group, or you can send to my personal number also. Okay, be ready, be serious, study hard, and best of luck to exam. Thank you.